Welcome to Up to the Minute. It's hashtag Finally Friday, and it's also Film Friday as well. Got some special guests, but first things first, important news for our HCC community. Of course, you probably heard yesterday that HCC's all campuses are closed today from, it started at 5 p.m. yesterday on Thursday through today because of inclement weather, some patches of ice on the roads. Looks like we escaped the worst of it though. But regardless, classes will resume as scheduled Saturday, February 5th. So that starts tomorrow. And of course, we'll all be back on Monday, barring any other bad weather events. So hopefully we're through with this freeze for the year. Enough of this here in Houston. We got a great show lined up for you for the next half hour, your HCC news and information. My co-host today, Benji Escobar. He's a filmmaking student, but he's also an HCCTV videographer and production specialist assistant. Good morning, Benji. How are you?
Good morning. Feeling a little bit of like coldness today in the morning. Even my dog didn't want to go outside, but we're staying warm inside.
Yeah, I know the dogs just don't understand. Wednesday we were in the 70s, and yesterday it dropped to the 40s, and then overnight to the 20s. Animals are just like, oh no, I don't need any of this stuff, But anyway, good to have you with us, Benji. Want to remind everyone, you're watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. Glad to have you with us. But we're also on HCCTV. You can catch the rebroadcast at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. of this show on HCCTV. And Benji, they can follow us in social media as well.
Yes, they can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can find us on all of those at HCC District. Make sure to, because there's a lot of HCCs out there. So
yeah.
Make sure, or Houston Community College, actually.
Right, Houston Community College District. That's how you find us. All right, Benji, filmmaking student, you're going to enjoy talking to this next guest because you'll be speaking very shortly with Ashley DeHoyos. She is the curator at DiverseWorks and our Film Friday guest. Good morning, Ashley. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you again. Good to have you back on the show. We're looking forward to hearing all the things that DiverseWorks has coming up. So stick around. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. All right, we're going to kick things off with our campus manager out at HCC's Acres Homes Campus. Also, he is just the recipient recently of the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. Donnell Cooper joins us this morning. Donnell, good to see you. Let's see if we can get you to unmute your mic on your bottom left.
My apologies there.
There you go. All right. Good to see you, Donnell. How are you?
Good morning, Todd. How you doing this morning?
Doing great. I want to get to the Lifetime Achievement Award in just a few moments. Want to hear all about that. But let's talk about right now, things that are going on at HCC. Of course, you're the chair, because we've been working with you for the Black History Committee Virtual Scholarship Gala. You guys are doing things online again this year. Let's give everybody an update on that and when they can expect to see it and how they find it.
Yes, again, Todd, we're very, very excited about this year. Last year was a great virtual setting for us, so we decided to repeat the same setting. So on February the 24th, HCC Black History Committee will be showcased live on ABC 13. We have a wonderful nighttime spot at 7 p.m. Again, and so you'll be able to see the 17th annual Black History Scholarship Gala, where we'll be raising funds for local minority students to attend HCC. So very, very excited about this year, Todd.
That's right.
Yeah, Melanie Lawson from ABC 13 will be our host this year, our MC, and our keynote will be none other than Dr. Millard House, superintendent at HISD.
Yeah, it's good that I heard you were having Dr. House on the show, and it's good that our audience is getting a chance to know him because he just arrived in Houston over the last year, but he's already making a big splash, and you'll get a chance to showcase him on your program. Now, you guys will be live streaming on ABC 13, and also we'll be simulcasting on our district Facebook page and YouTube as well.
Yes, sir. ABC is definitely embracing us this year. We're actually going to be featured on 8 different virtual platforms on that evening. Again, as you stated, HCCTV, Facebook, YouTube, ABC 13 live that evening as well. So you can't miss us on any circuit. But we definitely want to encourage everyone to join us for this Black History celebration. We put together a wonderful program that most important is going to be featuring some of our greatest BHC scholars. We're going to be featuring some of our great past recipients from the Goldman Sachs program as well. So very, very excited about the this year's program. So looking forward to seeing everybody on February 24th at 7 p.m.
And I know a lot of work goes on behind the scenes for this type of event and really all year round. Tell us about the Black History Committee 100 Club.
Yeah, so this is a wonderful initiative that we thought about on last year on how can we engage faculty, staff, and our local community to get involved with our fundraising initiative. So this year we're launching the BHC 100 Club. I'm wearing one of the lucky, you probably can't see it, but I'm wearing one of the BHC lapel pins that every member will receive. And we're just simply asking everyone to make a $100 annual donation starting March 1st. Will be the kickoff on February 24th, but the annual year will be the 1st of March, the end of February. And again, it's open to everyone. It's open to anyone. We have over 40 people that have already joined since December. And so we are really, really pushing this initiative. And again, your dollars go back to help our scholarship initiative.
And I know scholarships are a big part of the Black History Gala, but you also raise a lot of scholarships to the Greater Houston Frontiers Club, something to the tune of what, $2 million in Harris County scholarships?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Over the last 30 plus years, the Great Eastern Frontiers Club, we've distributed over $2 million over the last 30 years to local high school seniors in Harris County. This past year in 2021, thanks to the virtual world, again, we've been featured again on TV. We distributed 85,000 and we're planning to distribute another 85,000 on this year as well. Just a wonderful opportunity for our local seniors in Harris County to be recognized. We normally have over 450 students that apply for this initiative. And again, we're hoping that we'll have some students that will be attending ACC this year as well.
Well, you know, we've had a number of people on the show, a number of our students, former students who've received these scholarships. And realistically, you know, they say it's life changing because it helps provide the funding where they may think, you know, I might have to give up college because I just can't afford it. And then the scholarship comes in and that really opens up a new world and it changes their lives and possibly another generation.
It does, Todd. We understand this as, employees, as local volunteers. The tuition right now, is definitely a major deficit in regards to students being able to obtain a, educational career. And so I definitely want to thank the ACC Foundation, Ms. Karen Smith, president, who's also partnered with the Great Eastern Frontiers. And they actually are offering an opportunity to match any student from the Great Eastern Frontiers to decide to attend ACC, which is a $500 scholarship. The foundation is matching that scholarship. They've been doing that for the last few years. So ACC is a partner with us in this community effort as well. But again, we're just excited about being able to provide scholarships for our ACC students and those who are aspiring an opportunity to come to ACC as well. Being one of the largest community college throughout the Texas area, it's just a wonderful opportunity to be able to provide leadership for this platform. And again, we're excited to be able to enjoy all the celebrations throughout the Black History Month, but definitely looking forward to the 24th, where we'll be raising dollars scholarship initiative. And we're really striving for a huge successful record this year in our fundraising efforts.
Yeah, and we're going to have some links in our social media post where you can find the Black History Gala and how you can watch it. Okay, here's the big one. Over the years, the last 15 years, you've volunteered more than 4,000 hours, and you've just been presented with the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations on that. How did that come about?
Thank you so much, Todd. It's definitely recognized by one of the initiatives there, partners in Washington, D.C. This is probably a new initiative here in the Houston area for us, recognizing local Houstonians for this presidential opportunity. Was probably identified around August of 2021. We had the actual gala in November of last year. And then again, it's a great opportunity. There were 20 individuals here in the city that were identified for their volunteer distinguished community efforts. And I was just honored to be one of those many selected people. And again, just being able to do something that I love to do all my life, just as a public servant here in the local community, not only at ACC, but the many hats that I wear throughout the community, just to be recognized in that honor on behalf of President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. It was definitely a distinguished honor. So definitely want to thank ACC for all the recognition as well. I saw the press release back in December. So definitely want to thank ACC for all their support as an employee.
Yeah, well, we're proud to have you on board. Congratulations on that. Let me ask you this. Do you get like a Zoom call with him or maybe Kamala, or do you get a dinner, a picture, anything there?
Definitely got some pictures, but no dinner. But we did have a dinner. But again, definitely had some pictures, proclamation.
That's awesome.
A lot of different paraphernalia, on behalf of the president as well. So definitely an honor. I have all that stuff framed here at the house. And so it's wonderful to look at those distinguished opportunities every day, when you have achieved those type of momentum awards.
Well, Donnell, congratulations on that. Once again, we appreciate all the work you do. I imagine you guys are enjoying at least a little break right now at the Acres Homes Campus, where you're closed today, but will be reopen again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are always looking forward to welcoming those students at the Acres Home Campus. And if I could just put a little plug in for the campus, we just opened up a new innovative hub, Apple Mac Lab.
Oh, wow.
We partner with the Southwest campus. Want to thank Dr. Brillo for all of her distinguished support. We have 4 wonderful new classes in the digital world, whether it be Mac-based or Windows-based. And so those classes are all full. So, hey, we want to share with the community. Come out to support Acres Home Campus if you're looking for something in the soft skill development world, computer-wise.
That's an awesome achievement. Looking forward, continued success with that. Donnell Cooper, campus manager at HCC's Acres Homes and Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. Thanks for being here on the show. I know you and I will talk soon. It's always good to see you.
Always good to see you, Todd. Good morning to you again, and be safe out there. Take care.
All right, Donnell, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We're going to move on and talk with our Film Friday guest. Ashley DeHoyos is joining us, and she's going to be talking with our own filmmaking student and employee, Benji Escobar. Benji, go ahead and take it away.
Well, how are you, Ashley? Thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me back.
Awesome. And speaking of awards, the IdeaFund and DiverseWorks had just made the day for some of the artist recipients. So we look forward to learning more about the IdeaFund, which has partnered with the Aurora Picture Show, Project Row Houses, and even Andy Warhol. So we will talk about some film awardees you have in a minute. But first, tell us, what's the IdeaFund?
Yeah, so the IdeaFund is a granting program that was established in 2009 by the Andy Warhol Foundation for Visual Arts. We are one of the only, before last year, the regranting programs is organized by 3 organizations. We are the only one in Texas right now. So we serve the greater Houston area, including the 8 surrounding counties. So our reach is really wide in terms of who can apply. And basically what the IdeaFund does is it supports artist-centered projects. So awarding individuals or artist collectives, newly formed collectives for creative ideas that may not traditionally receive funding in a traditional funding sense.
Awesome. Sounds great. So how was the IdeaFund funded?
Yeah, so it's funded, again, by the Andy Warhol Foundation for Visual Arts. We receive a large grant that we apply for every year, and then we do take a portion of that grant and fund it out. So we have about $60,000 that we award since 2019.
Awesome. So you have just announced and supported a new round 15 for 2022. Who among the current awardees are filmmakers?
Yeah, so we have several awardees that are doing films this year. All of these works are in process. So we have Sindhu Thirmalasi, which is applied for a project called Driving Through, an experimental film that critically engages the genre of road movies. We had Fred Schmidt Arnalis, which is working on an untitled film related to Galveston's development of the coastal barrier called Ike Dike, which will kind of consider the history, development, and speculative future of this Ike Dike and ways that it could be reimagined. And then we also have another project by an artist named Kuma, and this one is my favorite one. It's called Glory Hole Theater, and it's actually an interactive cinema series. So they're building an installation exhibition, and we'll be having an open call for our artists to present films that represent and tell stories around sex working in Houston, or sex positive stories about different representations, fat, queer, non-binary, trans, intersex individuals. And so those are just a few of the projects that we have. And you can actually find more about their work on our website, theideafund.org. And we have 9 other really amazing grantees that run from visual to performance curatorial projects.
Wow, that sounds really cool. You'll probably even find me there next year when you have your round 16. Maybe I could get some funding for one of my projects there.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because, you know, students are eligible, and we get a lot of applications from emerging artists. And so we welcome any HCC students that might have ideas. Our rounds typically run in the fall semesters, so now's a good time to start brainstorming.
Well, I'll get on that. So I wanted to know, who were the jurors for round 15?
Yeah, so this year our jurors, we usually have 3 jurors that are comprised of a regional, national, and local perspective of the field. We had Houston-based photographer and past round 12 grantee, Bria Lauren, who was our local juror. We had Daniela Leja Quintara, the chief curator and director of programming at Los Angeles Contemporary Exhibitions in LA, who served as our national. And then we had a regional / kind of local juror who was Nancy Zizdaval, who is now an independent curator and editor, and also around one of our first grantees from 2009. And she's based in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
No, I know. I've heard there's a lot of production being done in the state of New Mexico. So that's pretty cool that you have somebody like that being on the panel there. So is Houston the only regranting program in the United States?
No. So Houston was one of 16 up until 2020. In 2020, the Andy Warhol Foundation for Visual Arts expanded its regranting program. So now there's 32 regranting networks across the nation. Each one of them have different eligibility requirements and process, but it's the same idea and concept that artists are being funded and as individuals or collectives or collaboratives to start projects, to continue research. And so you can find more about that on the Andy Warhol Foundation, or you can visit our website, the IdeaFund, to kind of see what cities are where the regranting programs exist.
Yeah, and we'll also have that. We'll have links on our video after it posts. That way, people can see if you're interested in these programs, or if we have any students watching from HCC in the filmmaking department, we can have them maybe research a little bit more about the fund. So one question more: what is the local focus or goal of this program? Could you let us know about that?
Yeah, so the Houston art scene is a really amazing space for creation, and there's tons of opportunities to show work. But when the IdeaFund started, there wasn't a lot of opportunities for individual funding without constraints of being a nonprofit. So a lot of artists were struggling to really gain that support. So we specifically just fund individual or collective artists without having them have a nonprofit status. We fund students. And the idea is that it's a experimental grant, that it's community focused. It really challenges the way in which we're creating artwork or participating in the community through art. And, it's been a great opportunity for a lot of artists to gain experience of working with institutions. Some of them are regranters are first-time applicants. And so this is their first real major opportunity to, gain the experience of grants, and building a project that is supported. And a lot of our projects and grantees go on and continue to do great work in the city. So it really is a launching platform.
Well, this actually sounds like a really awesome program that we have going on here in the city of Houston, not only because there's maybe some lack of films being done here in the city of Houston. Maybe it's because we don't have that support here, or maybe because we're not known as a production city. But we would want it to be that one day. So thank you, Ashley DeHoyos. We have the curator of DiverseWorks and our Film Friday guest. We'll have your info, like I said, on our post after the show. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I look forward to continuing this conversation with any student who's interested. We do review applications before you apply, so hit us up.
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably be hitting you up. So
yeah, look for an email from Benji probably right after the show, Ashley.
Of course, I welcome it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ashley. Thanks for being here. All right, Benji, we got a few announcements. First and foremost, as we mentioned at the top of the show, HCC's campuses and buildings are closed throughout today because of the inclement weather. We were real worried about ice on the roadways. For the most part, when you get out west from what I see up northwest, there is a lot of ice on the roadways. If you want to go to San Antonio, Dallas, forget it. Don't even try. It's not worth it right now. And if you're headed to the airport, make sure you call ahead, because from what I'm hearing and saw in the news this morning, there's some ice on some of the overpasses getting to the airport, especially the big one up north. And you just want to call ahead, make sure your flight's on time. They have canceled a bunch of flights. Make sure your flight's on time. And if you're coming in from the outer regions of Houston, just be careful on the roadways. Classes will resume. If you have Saturday classes, they're expected to go on tomorrow. So our buildings, our campuses that are normally open on Saturday with classes, those will all reopen and resume tomorrow. Of course, Monday, we're back in action. We should be fine by Monday. So keep that in mind. Okay. Also happening next week, February 8th through the 10th, Tuesday through Thursday, there's a work study job fair. Didn't you do work study at one time, Benji?
I did. That's how I kind of got involved into the HCC TV.
Yeah.
And now I'm actually a contractor employee.
You're employee or full-time employee. Yeah, we brought you back.
Yeah.
It's such a good job. But, you can find jobs through work study. You don't have to pay them back. It's part of your financial aid package, and it helps support you while you go to college. They're having a work study job fair with financial aid. That's Tuesday through Thursday, February the 8th through the 10th. We'll have some information in the social media post after the show. And we've got a couple of Black History events happening across the college, Benji.
Yeah, we do. So Student Live invites the HCC community to share Black History Month's heritage and culture with a variety of events, some serious such as racism as a public threat, and some fun ones like line dancing. So next up, one of the events coming up is Black Literature Matters. That is going to be on Wednesday, February 16th at 12:30 p.m. Then we also have the Black History Video Contest to commemorate the special month by submitting a video to share why celebrating it is important to you. The top 10 videos will win a $100 gift card. So the deadline to submit that is going to be on Friday, February 18th at 5 p.m. For a complete list, just check out our post after the show.
Okay, free groceries from HCC's counseling department. They're teaming up with the Houston Food Bank. In fact, food bank trailers will be at multiple HCC campuses. So anyone in the HCC community can sign up to receive free groceries. Just choose a campus, date, and time to pick up your food. We'll have a registration link in our social media post after the show. And financial aid February. You want to learn all about it? Well, Benji, February is the month.
Yeah, February is the month to learn all types of financial aid available at HCC. The first step is to file a FAFSA application. I cannot stress it enough. Any student, anybody trying to come into Houston Community College, FAFSA will help you out. And it's easy to remember hashtag FAFSA or hashtag FinAidFeb. But also we will have all of the financial aid department's info on our post after the show.
Yeah, so if you need that financial aid, don't wait. Make sure, as Benji mentioned, get that FAFSA application done. It really will help you. Okay, interior design here at HCC, it ranks very high. HCC's interior design program has been named one of the state's best by Ed Reformer, an online resource for students seeking higher education programs that best suit their budget and career aspirations. Now, HCC's program was listed as the #2 interior design school ahead of Lone Star and San Jac, and even the University of Texas at Austin. That's right. Only El Paso Community College came ahead of us. The rankings were by a global digital media network with contributors from around the world. So congrats to our HCC interior design team. Okay, spring semesters, they're underway. Right now, we've got a number of options for you to learn. If you want to get some credit hours in before the end of the semester, it's It's very important to sign up now. Spring semester 2022 has already started. Second start is underway. We do have more accelerated courses that you can take to complete them by summer. So if you want to do that, get registered today. There are 5 ways to learn: online anytime, online at a schedule, hybrid, in-person, and then the hybrid lab. Of course, in-person classes started up again back on January 31st. So you can go to class. They're very small. Keep in mind, you're going to only have a fraction of the students you had in there before. So in order to get the class you want, the instructor, the time, the campus, all those parameters, you want to get the boxes checked on all, make sure you sign up early. So sign up now. hccs.edu/now is your website. Sign up today. Okay, we got some guests joining us next week, Benji.
Yeah, we do. We have one of our newest HCC instructors, Kimberly Fondren, to join us to talk about the logistics program, which we are very in need of people to come out and check out this program.
Yeah.
And
we also have Mental Health Monday, always a good topic. Dr. Sean Fitzpatrick, favorite of the show. He's with the Jung Center of Houston. He returns with his much anticipated tips for our well-being mentally. We haven't seen him since before the holidays, so we're looking forward to get him back on the show. So Benji, do you enjoy being here today?
I loved it. I always love being on the show. Gives me some exposure out there.
Yeah, we're trying to get you some exposure. I think we're bringing you back on Fridays, right?
Yeah. Bring me back on Fridays. I'll be here.
You may have to arm wrestle Frank Cooper at times because he comes in here. But when Frank's on the show, according to Frank, he is like one of the best sports experts ever.
Okay, I'll give him that.
In his own mind, he's a sports expert. He should have been a sports writer or a sports broadcaster in another lifetime. But anyway, Frank will be on the show at times. But when he is, just remember, he takes over the sports conversation.
Oh, I bet.
Okay. All right, Benji, good to have you on the show. We'll see you next week. And we'll all see you Monday morning live right here, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.